Hey everybody, it's the Fire Specialist here, bringing you part 0 of the new series planned out here on the channel. I'm working on this for a couple of weeks now, and I'm ready to present to you the Pokemon Showdown Nuzlocke Challenge. I don't think I've seen this anywhere on YouTube before. I haven't seen anyone do this. All these rules are stuff that I've custom made to incorporate competitive battling and the Nuzlocke Challenge. Something new I thought I would try. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it. Like I said, this is part 0. This will basically just be explaining the rules of the challenge. And in the next episode, part 1, which I'll be recording hopefully later on today, will be the start of the challenge, Battle 1. And we will of course have multiple battles per episode. And hopefully this will explain how everything will work. So there won't be any confusion or anything wonky with the rules. So first of all, Rule 1, all battles will take place in the OU tier. Also, this will be taking place in Generation 8, Sword and Shield. In the OU tier, basically that gives you every Pokemon as an option to use from OU and below, except for whatever is classified as Ubers. Ubers being normally like box art legendaries and stuff. Rule number 2 though, only 50 Pokemon, sorry about that, I forgot to have my notifications. Only 50 Pokemon will be allowed to be used in total. That consists of the 38 OU tier Pokemon that are currently in OU for Sword and Shield, and 12 wildcard picks of my choice from any lower tier. Those are classified as, of course, UU, RU, PU, NU, Lil Cub if you really want to, not fully evolved, all of that stuff. So 50 Pokemon will be used, because about 50 is what you would maybe get for your basic Nuzlocke challenge, in terms of routes and encounters and gift Pokemon too. Rule number 3, losing a battle does not mean you lose the Nuzlocke. For this challenge, when you have lost all 50 of your Pokemon, then the Nuzlocke is over and you lose. So on the flip side of that though, to win the Nuzlocke though, you will have to win 21 battles. I have tried to break this down to the best way possible in terms of important battles for what you'll see in an average game. Of course, there are normally 8 gym leaders, 4 members of the Elite Four, and 1 champion. The rivals, I tried to take the average of how many you normally face per a game, and I got about 8. So 8 rivals, 8 gym leaders, the Elite Four, and champion, that's 21 battles. A side note though, of course, none of these have to be in a row, or at least the first 16. But the Elite Four must be 4 wins in a row. So once you reach 16 wins, the Elite Four is next, and you have to win all 4 of those in a row. If you lose 1, you have to start that streak of 4 battles over again, which can be a huge detriment if you're losing Pokemon left and right. Alright, sorry about that. I had to make a quick cut, turn off my notifications. Apologize again. Rule number 5 though. Held items. This is normally very mixed for Nuzlocke challenges, and of course in competitive, it's basically just whatever you want to use. At the very start though, no repeat held items across the team. So you can't have 2 leftovers, you can't have 2 life orbs, 2 Eviolites, none of that. Until you reach 8 wins. Once you have 8 wins out of your 21, all held items can be repeated at least once. Only once. So you can have 2 leftovers, you can have 2 life orbs, but you can't have more than 2 of any single held item. So you can't have 3 leftovers, you can't have 3 choice scarves. None of that. But once you reach 16 wins, which is when you unlock the Elite Four, of course, there's no limit on held items. You can have 6 leftovers. You can have 5 life orbs and a choice specs. No limit on held items. Rule number 6. Any of your Pokemon that faint are considered to be dead and can't be used again. That's of course the most basic rule for a Nuzlocke challenge. You know, obviously some changes have to be made, but this is the one rule that will always remain the same. Any of our Pokemon that faint during the battle, we can't use it again. I'll have a piece of paper with me, have to mark it down. Cannot use it again. Now, the last rule here, had to make sure I throw this in there because this kind of stuff can happen. In the unlikely event of a tie, the tie will count as a win, but the 6 Pokemon that you use in that battle that are all fainted will still be dead. It will count as a win, but you will lose those 6 Pokemon still. And of course, when it comes to an opponent forfeiting, after all, you got rage quits, you have internet problems, all of that stuff. If an opponent forfeits between the start of the battle and turn 5, then the battle won't count, you won't win, you won't lose. Any deaths within those first 5 turns will not count, it'll be invalid. But if the opponent forfeits after 5 complete turns have passed, so if they forfeit at the start of turn 6 and later, then it will count as a player victory, but any deaths will still count. This will not count for the championship battle. The champion battle has to be played out from start to finish. No one battle. So hopefully though, you guys can see everything here on screen. Hopefully you guys are excited. Part 1 will be up later on, of course. And I'm excited to give this a try. Hopefully we don't encounter any problems with it. I think I covered everything in the rules. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you guys on part 1.